does it get to a point now that comedy stops becoming what you love and it starts becoming a job?
Having grown in the craft, just realize that to whom much is given, much is expected. And the platform that Kenyans have given me, and of course that spotlight, I feel like it's a responsibility now for me to harness this energy to something positive, and that's where my focus is currently. Of course, it's affecting the craft because now I have to change from just being a comedian to now figuring out how do we empower the community with the spotlight. And then now it takes you to a whole journey of understanding community, and of course you realize that for you to be of impact to the community, it has to be a business. Then you have to understand business, you have to do a lot of reading, a lot of research, a lot of partnerships, a lot of so many other things. And of course now we're in that journey of just bringing more to the power that, or the spotlight that we've been given.
Most of the gigs that you do are over the weekends, yeah?
Yeah.
Because that's when most people have time, that's when people are getting married, that's when people are going to have sherehe and fun.
Yeah.
So I was saying have fun, but work a job. Yeah?
Kabisa.
When do you now get to have fun as you?
Tushazoea, by the way. Ukifanya for long, hata hapo basi sio zushiana. Kuna ujinga hizi ni gani unafanya? Wewe kwenda kuda. Hey, hi guys, how are you doing? Ndivyo, ni job.
Ushaenda kama umejump kwa stage kama
many times.
Kama uko down
many times when personally I'm not happy by make people laugh. It becomes job, and it's an art. That's why I'm saying it's a craft.
All right.
Ni kama kuchora.
Okay.
You can draw in your mind.
Sawa, thank you. I'm going to throw this at you, Sonia. Now that you're almost done in psychology, why psychology? Of all the courses, why not be a doctor or a pilot or a musician, or just focus on modeling and acting, which you're also passionate about? And how are you going to make people who go back in Ushago understand that mental health is important and wanafaa kuitake si kama watu wamechizi, but as an important subject? Yeah. So, the two questions.
Alright, thank you. I actually didn't want to do psychology. I wanted to be a doctor. But of course I didn't get the points to get into medicine. And so I thought, which is the nearest course that would make me wear a lab coat? Like, it was that serious. I love doctors. And so I chose 4 courses. Psychology was the first one that I knew would involve medicine. And so that's I guess really into psychology. But as time goes by, and now that I'm almost done with school, I understand I had a purpose to fulfill. First of all, to myself and to people near me. I myself had last year, but I was also suffering from mild depression. And after I got out of it, and as the process of healing goes by, you understand why you're doing what you're doing, because I had to seek help myself. Like, mimi ndo nilienda force wazazi and my guardians to actually make them understand why I need to go for therapy. And after that, that's when I understood, oh, I think I have a purpose in psychology, so yeah, that's why psychology. What I am doing and what I am supposed to do back in my hometown, I am trying to start campaigns and to make people understand why they need to take therapy seriously.
And we were having a conversation about why most purpose that most people derive their purpose from their pain. They derive their why from their pain. Yeah? I want you to talk about that in a bit. But now, Leila, what do you think is the biggest way that mending minds has changed lives? What do you think that you're really bringing change? And what would you say change is in your field now?
Thank you so much for the question. And for me, impact is very, very important, especially when we are talking about mental health. I feel that this is a very safe space, first of all. And I want to applaud everyone who is sharing their story, because that is so brave of you. Not many people will sit down and tell their stories. People are ashamed, people are scared of stigma, yet these are conversations that we should be having anywhere. So for me, I think Mending Minds Foundation is bringing change in so many ways. It has brought change in so many ways, and it has brought people together who have really helped in making the change even go international. So I don't know where to start, but first of all, during Corona, we were all over homes because everyone was online. What about the vulnerable groups? Who goes to check for those kids? Who goes to communities who don't have access to internet? Everyone was walking around giving food. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but who remembered mental health? No one remembered mental health. That is when many people started realizing that there is a problem somewhere. But many people who are marginalized were forgotten, and that is where we are. And thank you, Taylor, for working with us in that journey. I used to call you and step up, and it was intense. Many people were financially disabled, so by the time, sometimes we just walk and say we will give ourselves, because it was so important for me. I felt the urge, I felt the importance, because for me and you, we can have our phones. You can call anyone, or you have internet. So it was a crazy time that I realized that mental health should really be taken seriously, and it should be pushed, because it's now becoming a movement that needs to be really addressed now with aggressiveness. Only if we come together as partners, as youngsters, as you know, we can't work alone. We have managed to gather a very interesting, do I say? All right, wait for the question. I just continue. Right now we have gathered European business university, and we are having scholarships right now.
Which school again?
European Business University from the heart of Luxembourg.
How does one get that opportunity?
So,
and how many opportunities are there?
I know we have chances, 1,000,001 chances, because of the position we have placed ourselves with the university. So there are courses that will take you to a place that you've never imagined. We have women in leadership, especially for her, when you want to go in the communities as a psychologist, there's that place of women in leadership. That course is so important that it's helping so many people. So as much as we are pushing mental health, we have to remember, mental health is 360. It comes with empowerment. It comes with community, it comes with individuals, it comes with your support system, and support system means a lot. Someone was talking about financial distress. Everyone needs that money. Someone was talking about, did I hear gender-based violence? Someone talked about it?
It's written on t-shirts.
Oh yeah, you see?
Yeah.
So mental health is affected by very many things that we need to consider in one way or another.
I want you to talk about loss. How do you cope with loss? And how has loss affected you? And do you think it is the why that has led to your why?
The pain and the losing them inspires me to make sure that how can we build the voice that we have to create more opportunities, and even just generally a platform where we can be able to talk about the real things, and hopefully that it translates to saving one more life, you know, and just bringing back the hope. And of course, that was my personal experience, and I know so many other people that I know that they're still here, like Brenda Jones, with her really big purpose about, you know, supporting women that have gone through rape, and it's because it happens to her, and it fuels her, you know, to channel that voice to it. And even Sonia here was saying that she had to go through it to actually build the passion to rise above it. So looking at this and the pain, I want to encourage most people to look at pain as a stepping stone to something bigger than it is at that moment. Because when you experience pain at that moment, it really crushes you at that moment. But I just want to encourage someone that I'm not saying we're reckless and not experience the pain, but yeah, experience the pain, but be hopeful that in this pain, there's a beautiful and an amazing gift that can come from it. And when all has been said and done, pain can actually be a source of a lot of energy and purpose, and purpose in so many lives.
There's beauty in the beauty of pain is purpose. So you say
To some people,
to some people.
and
Alright.
and most people that I know,
Yeah.
when we go down to really what inspires them and really what gets them excited, and something that they hope to go into,
Yeah.
like a purpose, like a reason to wake up, most of it goes back to a moment in their life where it was really bad,
Yeah.
and it takes us to, you know, want to make that change. And so yeah, so I have, it's an opinion, but with some data that I have, I'd like to encourage guys to tap into the pain with some gold in it.
So now that you're almost done with Sonia psychology, and now that you know it's your purpose, what change do you hope to bring at the end of it all?
I hope to bring change in any way possible. Any organization that is there to bring more people to more knowledge about depression, about suicide. I am looking forward to a day when parents, especially, because for me, I went actually, okay, I started with my aunt telling her I feel I am not okay. And she said, you're overreacting, you're fine. It was during COVID time, so obviously people are just up and down. So I hope to bring change in a way that when a kid goes to a parent, to the guardian, and asks for help, you know, it takes a lot of courage to accept that you need help. And I'm looking forward to that day when it will be so easy to seek that help, that institutions will be so easy to approach. People will know those institutions, of which you mob, so you can just look it up and Google it everywhere. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that day when depression and suicide especially is just commonized, especially, yeah.
Thank you so much. The last question, Leila. What policies do you think need to be put in place by the government to change the operation in mental health space in the country?
Okay, for me, I think the policy that needs to be changed is instilling mental health education in schools, universities, for more awareness. Because if I don't know what to do or what's happening to you, how can I save you? Because it's all about awareness at the end of it all. And that is something that we are pushing really hard, even suicide prevention, because there is a language, how you speak, where you go. It has a lot. Even media has a very big role when it comes to suicide.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today for the mental health edition and poetry spot. A round of applause to all the community. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.